Hello, powerful one. Welcome to yet another edition of Inner Growth with Osezuah ELIMIHE. Today, we are discussing how to create positive vibration. I am your host, Osezuah ELIMIHE. You know me. I am in the game of helping you grow from inside out. That is the drill. How do we create positive vibration? Simple. It begins with a thought. Everything in our lives begins with thoughts. Remember the place of thought. Thought will generate a feeling. Feelings will create an emotion. An emotion will create our reality. Yeah, you ask me, what about the environment? Oh God, it is from the environment we get thought. There are so many thoughts out there in the environment flying into our mental environment. Our first shots at high vibrational frequency thought, that is positive vibration, is letting the thoughts in our environment be. Don't own them. Don't fight them. I've always been saying this, remember that. Don't own them. Don't fight them. Let them be there. Any thought that is in your head is not yours. But you have to consciously create your own thought. Be responsible for you. Okay? Now, the first thing is that when you have an emotion, when you have a feeling, understand that the feeling is reminding you that there is a thought in your system. The feeling might come in sad. It might come in happy. Just understand one thing, that it has a message. The system is sending a message to you saying there is a thought. The system could be an error message. It could be a positive message. An error message is when there is a friction between your blueprint and your thoughts. Now, when you have a blueprint that says, I am not good enough, okay, I am not worthy, I have been oppressed, people always oppress me, I have been subjugated, people always subjugate me, I am from a very poor country, my country is not good enough, my country is backward, and you have created a thought that says, I choose happiness, a thought that says, I am rich, I am progressive, I am peaceful. These thoughts and these other blueprint that you have are not going to be congruent. Because they are not congruent, you are going to perpetually have a feeling that is an error message. And when an error message is in your system, it makes you sad. And when you are sad, it is not the end of the world. It is good. Just understand that it is okay to be sad. Okay? Understand that it is okay to be sad. And when you understand that, what do you do with the understanding? Let the sadness be there, but it is not you. All right? Understand this rule of between the looker and the looked, there is always a space. And I add this law to it. If you can see it without a reflection, it can never be you. Are you catching it right now? It is different. So when you have a thought, it simply means that it is not you. It is struggling to become you. Don't forget, thought only wants to take your energy. Feelings always want to take your energy. The feelings are sent by thoughts, okay, to harvest energy from you. It is when you respond to the feeling the way it has come to you that energy is carried from you. And that energy is what we call emotion. Your energy is now in motion, about creating things along the line of the thought. What is the thought? My country is backward. Okay? I am oppressed. I am suppressed. I am not good enough. I'm not worthy. All those thoughts are in your system as blueprints. Now, when you have that, you say, okay, feeling is a system message alerting you to the presence of something incongruent. How does the feeling come? It says to you, remember who you are. You are not a happy person. You are not a progressive person. You are not supposed to be at peace. You are not supposed to progress. Because this is what we have in our system. This is what we have agreed. That's the feeling. That's why you are sad. Why is it sad? Because your conscious thoughts of I choose happiness is not in line with it. You see? So it comes in reminding you this is who you are. When you fall for it, you become sad. And then that sadness becomes it's an emotion that goes on to create the reality that the system is reminding you of through that feeling. You get it? But if the feelings in your system is pure, it is happy, it's at peace, it simply means that the thought you are having is in congruence with your blueprint. So there's nothing. So if you lapse into it, it will match. But this is it. How are you sure that that good feeling that you are embracing is not because it is in alignment with your negative blueprint? Because once there is a thought that matches your negative blueprint, you are at peace. You are calm. Because you are not fighting it. And when you are not fighting it, it will not fight you back. So it's not going to be wrong. It's not going to be rancid. It's just okay. This is how the okay life is created. All right. But then you'll be willing that other people will join you in the pains anyway, because you need more people to be there to have an excuse. Oh, that man is also sad too. That person is also sad. When you see somebody that is happy against all, or you are not happy because why is that person happy and I'm sad? That person has to be unhappy too. That's not how life is. Access, audit the thought within you. Sanitize your system. So, when you have a thought that is not in agreement with you, what should you do? Understand one thing, that thought is not you. That thought is not an authority in your life. That feeling, that emotion is not an authority in your life. Let the system know who is the authority. Yes, in the other time you created the thoughts that became a blueprint that the system is reminding you of now. Now you are saying, because I was the authority that time, I am still retaining my position of authority. I change my mind. I deserve these things. How do you do it? Don't fight it. Don't argue with it. Don't stress it, but don't also accept it. What do? Look beyond the thoughts. All right? You could decide, there's a way I will talk about the anatomy of emotions and the anatomy of thought and emotions maybe in the very next video, so that you can see how you can doctor, how you can audit and access the details of your emotions and see where they are coming from, and then be able to counter them by counter creating. So as a being, remember one thing, that on every single day, every single moment of every single day, you are in the process of creating your reality. You're either creating it in line with established rules, or you are recreating. But this is what I'm going to tell you. The process of recreating is very, very Herculean. It is very tasking. But you have to do it, because you are reversing the course of the past. And how do you do it? By repetition. You have to keep repeating the thoughts. Keep repeating the thought against all odds. When the negative thought comes, ignore it and focus on the new thought that you are creating. All right? Now, when you feel, this is what I do. When I feel very, very hard struck by negative emotions, they come. All I do is seize all things I am doing at that particular point in time. I sit still. I either shut my eyes or focus my attention on a particular spot there, and I hold the feeling. I don't let it run. I just hold it, and I'm looking at the feeling. As I'm looking at the feeling, I can do a double job. That is, look at the feeling, and then within me, I begin to tell myself things that are directly in opposition to that feeling. For instance, I felt very depressed one morning, and I sat. I held the thought for a few seconds, maybe. I just held the thought. I was looking at it, looking at the thought, and in my mind I was telling myself, Osezuah, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are youthful. What else is going to trouble you in this world except the things that you have accepted? Strength is your companion. Why don't you use it? How do I get better off than I feel right now? How do I rise above this current situation? I choose higher vibrational frequency. I choose higher thought of love, thought of joy. And then from them, I lapsed into gratitude. Lord, thank you for the gift of sleeping and waking up. I feel so good about it. Now, this is it. When you are creating this, the affirmations, you will say yes, but if you don't feel the energy of the things you are affirming, is wasted. Do you know why? Because life understands only one language, and that language is called emotion. And emotion is equal to vibration. What am I saying? Human beings are energies, and the energy vibrates, and energy vibrates where? At a frequency. The frequency of sorrow, of anger, of pains, they are not necessarily pain, of suffering, are at lower frequency. It's a different country. So you have to rise above that country. Okay? Your visa to leave your country to a higher country is self-belief. That visa, you must keep it. If you believe in yourself, that you are capable of changing your circumstance with your thoughts, then you can then do it. But if you do not believe that you can change your circumstance with your thoughts, there is no amount of effort you're going to put into the process of, what's it called? Of affirmation that it will work. There has to be a blueprint that says, I am a change maker in my life. Once that belief is established, move on from there. Now, sometimes when you are sad, you want to change the emotion, you cannot. You find out that you just are not able to move beyond that emotion. It is because this blueprint that says, I am a change maker in my world is not existing. So at that moment, start creating that blueprint. When the sorrow comes, you're in a lower vibrational frequency. You need to rise to a higher vibrational frequency. What do? The power to change my life is within me. I have the power to change my situation. I choose the power to change my situation. Keep repeating it, garden it until you feel it. So, language. The language that your mind understands. The language that your environment, mental environment understands is emotion. Is feeling. Once you can get your feelings, once you can get your thought to the level of feeling, brothers, sisters, you can create anything you want to create. So this is how to hit higher vibrational frequencies. When you convert your thought from just mere mental signals to emotion. You feel it and you stick with it. Now, what is actually happening in the system? When what you have not approved of mentally comes into your space, your mind queries it and says, hey, this is strange. Then you have a sad feeling. Okay? Tell your mind, oh, this thing is not strange. This is what I want. How do you say that? This feeling of success is mine. I accept this feeling of success. What about the feeling of anger? When somebody says things that gets you messed up emotionally. You want to react. You stop. You hold back. And says, he has a right to play his game. His game right now is angering me. But do I have to play his game? Somebody has a game of anger. He is coming to you to come and play with him or her. You are accepting. That makes you powerless. When somebody brings a game to you, tell the person just like this. See the person as a ball juggler. He's coming to you. He wants to display his skills of anger with you. And you want to fall for it and let him dribble you and trash you on the floor. People will hear, hey, he's won. No. Show the person that you are JJ or Kocha. When it comes to the movement, you show him your movement too. Which is what? Peace. Do not accept what people send to you. Create your own. Your life is in your hands. The key to your life's happiness is in your hand. Raise the bar every minute by using that key against the run of play. That is the game. So what have I simply said? When you feel negative emotion, understand that there is a clash between your goal and your blueprint. So what has to be changed is the blueprint. How do you change your blueprint? You don't have to go and look for what the blueprint looks like. Tell your system what you want. Begin to imprint it with emotions. Keep saying it until you feel the emotion. If you have to scream and jump around in your room, you are permitted. Whatever works for you is okay. Feel the emotion. That is one way of doing it. You burn it into the system, and the system begins to say, okay, but it doesn't mean that they will not bring back the thought tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, even later in that day. When they bring the thought, keep hitting them. The second thing is that understand one thing. When a thought is in your system, it is not you. When an emotion is in the system, it is not you. When a feeling is in your system, it is not you. They are calling for your attention to become them. You have to refuse. By refusing, it's not by telling them no. It's by imprinting upon them your own new way, which is to say, affirm what you have chosen to be and stick to that thing. That's the next thing. All right? And remember this thing, that whatever you have in your head as thought, it is nothing until it becomes an emotion. When you can feel the emotion, how does the emotion get created? By repetition. Repetition. You keep saying that thing to yourself. It doesn't matter the situation. If the situation is so bad that the negative energy is staring at you, focus on your positive energy. Keep reciting the thought of positive energy. And over time, the negative energy will die out. Okay? Don't fall for the game of others. Okay? Most of the thoughts and feelings in your system are games by other people. They are bringing games to you, either one-on-one or through thought emission. People actually send thought to other people. Some people are good at doing it consciously. Some people just don't know when they do it. When somebody is thinking about you in a negative way, you feel it as thoughts, as feelings, as emotions. So when such emotions come, know that it is not you, and begin to tell yourself, I rule my world because I own my word. What I say in my word comes to pass. Therefore, this is what I say. I am at peace. I am alive. I choose growth. I choose development. I choose love. I choose wealth. I choose health. There's something called symptoms of sickness. There are no sicknesses themselves. They are just showing you that sickness is in the system. That's the same way thoughts. That's the same way feelings are. Feelings are symptoms of what is about to happen. Therefore, at the moment of feeling, you can convert it by creating a positive emotional tone that will destroy that thing. Stay focused. Stay aware. Create your life. And this one thing I want to let you know. When you are creating a positive life, the energy of life is always behind you. And when you are creating a negative life, the energy of life is also behind you, because you are the king of your kingdom. Why waste such an energy creating negative things?